G'day, folks. How you doing? Big Jet TV live from London. Yeah, it is early doors. It's just coming up to 6 o'clock. That's not early for some people. Some people getting off night shifts on the night shift and all that. A very warm welcome to you. It's turning into. It's going to be a beautiful day here in the UK. Well, here down in London. Got that big front that's just moved. Big front coming all the way over, a big cloud all the way, so we'll have clear skies in a moment. We are here obviously to welcome back Qantas, the Qantas 380. Not welcome back Qantas, because Qantas have already been actively flying in and out of London Heathrow with their Dreamliner. Hold on a second. For quite some time now. However, this is the day that we've all been waiting for. This is Qantas 1, and what's that, Skippy? "53 minutes out, mate." Yeah, and we put it out last night on LinkedIn, on Twitter, etc., etc. And I did actually ask Nats, copied them into my LinkedIn feed, to ask them if they would be very kind and bring her in on the southern runway. Well, as it stands at the moment, all of the inbound traffic appears to be coming in on the southern runway, which is great news for us. And it kind of makes sense, because she's going to be parked up right there. So she literally has to come on, just land and turn left, and then she's straight at gate. But just as a little sort of like, you know, to get the ball rolling, so to speak, we got, and don't forget that she's coming in from Singapore as well. She had a stopover in Singapore and in from Sydney, Australia. This is the Singapore Slinger, which is where QF1 is coming from. And this is a southern runway. We're at the Hilton Garden Inn, by the way, folks. So just to let you know that if you do stay here, these are the views that you get of the southern runway. And interestingly enough, room 747, the room next to it is 748. Yeah? No, okay. Flipping out, I was wondering what that was. It's a great big shadow. I thought it was someone. It's a seagull. It just cast a massive shadow. Anyway, you had to be there. Okay, so this is what we're going to get. She's a little... Yeah, and a big shout out to all our friends out in Australia, because this is about the right sort of time that they'd be up and about. Well, it's coming towards the end of their day, isn't it? Here we go. Wow. Didn't want to wake anyone up there, did he or she? Perfect landing. Right on the nail. 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Melbourne, yeah? That's great. Aussie crews in the house. So I'm imagining that this is the same sort of exit that we expect to see QF1 turn off on. And we've got cruisers, clear skies for cruisers, Chile. Anything's happening. Very chilly wind, I've got to say. Up here on top of Ruth. 7th floor. Well, below me is the 7th floor. Hilton Garden Inn. London Heathrow. Big shout out to RL if you're watching, mate. Whose missus is with Qantas Aircrew here in the UK. And big shout out to Kath as well, who's part of the UK Qantas Aircrew. So I mean, sometimes when you fly, you might notice that, like when I've flown with United, there have been British aircrew on board, which is quite interesting. Cabin crew, should I say? Yeah. So whether that's the same with their pilots, I'm not sure. Whether they switch pilots in terms of you know, from the UK, because obviously it kind of makes sense that when this crew get here, they're going to need a stopover and rest. So the UK crew will possibly take her out to Australia, and then rest over there, or maybe do the Singapore stop and then come back, or whichever it might be. But of course, always having fresh crew on board is a good thing. You don't want someone with crusty eyes and bent nose or drizzled eyes. Looking great in the early morning sunlight. Oh, hello. That's what's that on? That's crossing the airfield. That's quite an interesting pattern, isn't it? We'll do that, mate. Don't you worry about it. Almost looks like an MRTT there with the canoes being lit up. Crazy, crazy, man. So yeah, that's definitely looking like she's vectoring for the southern runway. Yeah. Okay, dual operations. Yeah, we've got it. I've got it. Yeah. So now we're at that moment of sort of like, you know, we'll have to wait and see. But, you know, I'm pretty sure. Let's give the folks at Nats a big shout out. Come on, guys and girls, because we know that they watch the show. Some fella taking a picture of me on the roof of the Hyatt a couple of shows ago, so we know you're watching. If you're watching, I'm waving. Hello. Please bring her in on the southern runway. I think I'll send a big box of donuts up to you. Whichever way they do it, we must give thanks to those folks at Nats. Starting to form a bit of a oh, hello, here's another one crossing the Anton Penn is a new member. Welcome, Anton. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing well. A relatively short stream today, before tomorrow. And I mean, it's a funny one. Do you want to celebrate summer solstice? I think you do, don't you? Even though it's the end of, theoretically, the longest day, but it's not. We haven't even had a chance, have we? Summer hasn't even started. It's not even July yet. So you know, let's just celebrate summer solstice tomorrow evening here on Big Jet TV. Going to be running it right the way through till probably, well, when the last aircraft arrives here at London Heathrow, which will be in the midst of darkness. And I think, to be honest with you, it's probably likely that Today would be the best day, wouldn't it? I mean, this would be the best position, wouldn't it? Today would be the best day. Wow, look at that, look at that. Wouldn't it be great if she did that, man? Wouldn't it be great if she did that? Crikey. Drop a load of Wallamagoo on me there, mate. Yeah. Probably work better, I would imagine. Where's that jet? Come on, girl. Where are you? She should be around about. Is it? It's way too high, isn't it? Is it? Wow! There's a plane in there somewhere. Come on, mate. Oh, here he comes, the flipping noisy sod. Your bike sounds ridiculous, mate. Sounds like a giant fart. If I was a copper, mate, honestly. I'm determined to find this bloody aeroplane. Hold on, let me get me bearings here. Hold on a minute. That bit there, that down bit there, there, here it goes, here we go, here we go. There she is! Probably only a Ryanair. Oh, hold on. $320 or something. Yeah, if I lived in Australia, I'd probably want to live somewhere like Wallamagoo. Oh, that might have been an Air France 777 then, that might have been it. This Qantas triple here. Oh, Qantas triple, flipping heck. It's Qatar triple. Say about that. Determined not to wake anyone up this morning, are they, these pilots? So yeah, we're going to be doing a summer solstice show in place of the midweek show. We're going to be live tomorrow evening from London Heathrow, folks. Going to take it right the way through to the witching hour. It's not Qantas, is it? It's Saudi. Oh, did I say Qantas again? It's not even Qantas, it's bleeding. It's not even Qatar. Oh, just go back to bed, will you, son? Flipping heck. Yeah, yeah. It's Qantas Day, for crying out loud. What's that, Skippy? Oh, she's just south of Brussels, right. Cheers, mate. Skippy's right on the radar. Crikey. Yeah. Big Jet TV. Live. Sorry to all Australians who sit hearing my attempt at being an Aussie. It's not very good, is it? She's probably, I would imagine, one of the most heavily highest tracked aircraft on radar at the moment, I would have thought. Is she not? God, it goes to show how many people aren't up in the morning. We've only got 1,300 people watching. Crikey. It's a bit of yeah, like and share, folks. Like and share. You know the score. Looks like a Rolls-Royce powered aeroplane, that 777-200 BA. I'm probably completely wrong. It's probably a GE powered jet. The more I look at it now. Oh, I don't know though. Kind of got that sort of like it's slightly. Are they rollers? I think they're rollers, aren't they? Yeah. See the big titanium blades shining in the sunlight. So one way to determine that it's definitely a Rolls-Royce powered jet is they run the titanium blades, unlike General Electric who run the big carbon blades. Interesting to do a weight comparison on the two, because obviously the carbon blades are you know, ultra light, fabricated individual components. The titanium blades are not solid titanium, they are blown titanium. Easy for you to say. Titanium. Oh, is this going to be a go round? No, it's a little bit. Is it? Geezer needs to get off the runway. Needs to get off the runway. That fella there. Yeah. It doesn't matter, Gilly. If she comes in on the northern, we'll catch her from this angle. We'll get her turning off, and she'll probably turn all the way. She'll probably come in all the way up this end. Yeah. But that's more often on 2.7s, isn't it? That they do that. Gordon Bennett. Jonathan Porterfield. Good morning from a sunny Orkney. G'day. LA girl, Roxy Simmons. Jorge. 1:10 a.m. where Jorge is. I think it's Jorge, or is it George? Sometimes Jorge Lorenzo. O'Malley, Blair Hinton, just put an E at the end of an Aussie's name and you'll find a rider. Mark O'Kane, Ian Harris, morning. Watched her leave live on Sid Squad. They mentioned Big Jet TV, now watching her live. Yeah, all the folks out at Sid, easy for you to say. It's 6:10 in the morning. Sid Squad out in Australia. We'll have to meet up with them, won't we? That's the key, isn't it? To get out there and meet up with the Sid Squad. G'day. Bleeding Pom's coming over, mate. Yes. Where is he? Maybe he's gone to sleep, I don't know. Big shout out to all the folks at Sid Squad. And anybody else out there in Australia, g'day. Steve Hull, tuning in from his hotel room in Tenerife. Jess Ward, Jill Hale, Andrew Hassler. G'day everybody from Terminal 2, London Heathrow. Terminal 2 will be that terminal right there. Give us a wave, mate. Almost be able to. If he sneaked down there, he could almost give us away from terminal window. And that's the beautiful Concorde, which is looking very tatty at the moment. I must say, when I taxied past her the other day on my way to Brussels, I was looking at her where the wing joins. Look how dusty, and you can see all the ribs showing. Looks like a very malnourished horse, if that's the way to describe it. But she needs a wash. Come on, BA, come on. We'll do it. I mean, I obviously appreciate that you have to. There's big security concerns that you have to get people. You know, I mean, you can do a lot of damage with a sponge. Let's face it. No, only kidding. Is that sponge loaded, mate? But yes, I mean, it would just be a wonderful thing to just give her a clean. But the trouble is, and understandably so, that when you wash her, literally weeks later, she starts looking a little bit tatty again. It is at this time of year where the dust, and of course, dust, she will be susceptible to all the sort of like bits and bobs that come out of the engineering areas, and like dust and tire brake dust and all sorts of bits and bobs. But hey, I know they do the best they can for us. She's there, at least she's there. But again, I have to say, when I passed her the other day, you know, lots of like ancillary vehicles parked up around her, just sort of like, oh, it is a shame. And I know we keep harping on about it, but what can you do? Yeah, that's not a sponge, this is a sponge. We've got, looks like I can see, I think I've got a Rogue. I think I've got a Southern Runway approach. Malaysian 350. And it's the Big Mac. So Eastern. Now Malaysian, that's most definitely, I think, a T4 operation, isn't it? Malaysian. They usually parked up at T4, I seem to recall. Back in there. Marco Kane, she's crossing the channel now. Is she now? Not quite. She's nearly crossing the channel. She's just literally. I think it's Bruges that she's north of. And then a little hop across the channel. Oh. From northwest. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything at the moment. So how far away is she? Oh. No, mate, no. There's a lot of stuff that isn't trailing this morning. Looks cold up there. It's cold outside. Come on, like and share, folks, like and share. Share it to your Aussie mates. Nick McNair over the North Sea now. Oh, blimey. Marco Kane, 25 minutes to run. D-Bash mode. Richmond Miller, Jordan Goff, Malaysian going rogue. Indeed she is. We've got her right on visual. Keith Cornell, Mark Jones. Nids Mo. There is a Golf S787 right behind the Qantas. Well, we're here for the Qantas, folks. We're here for QF1, and then we're going to sign off, and we'll be back tomorrow. This is obviously a short broadcast just to bring you guys do the CTA when she's about 5 minutes out, GP, or maybe a little bit less. That looks like a southern runway vectoring aeroplane. What's that, Skippy? 24 minutes out. So. Keep up, mate. Love to do that. When is that? Wade Perry, I think you should go to Rome to film the first Qantas. Right, I'm on my way. Ginny, can you get me a flight to Rome after this, please? When is that first flight into Rome? Is that the inaugural service, or is that returning to Rome? Wow. Wow. 18 years. Good, but yeah, unfortunately, Peter, we're going to be 22nd. Isn't that ILA? Isn't that this weekend? It's this weekend, isn't it? No, next weekend. No, this weekend. What day is it? Monday, isn't it? It's next weekend. Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's, yeah. Flipping it. Aerofoil livery, look at that. Taroon. She's a beaut. Karina Roebuck arriving 23 minutes. Scott A, 1:16 a.m. wherever he is. Lufty 747 at your 9. Okay. Nothing there, she's not trailing or anything, mate. How would they know that at this point in time? I mean, you'll be able to see. Yeah, you can't. You wouldn't know whether she's going northerly or southerly at this point in time, would you? It's whether she vectors south of the airfield that will know whether she's going to go. Well, which. Oh, listening to the scanner. Right. Okay. Okay, she's now turning towards London, towards Southend-on-Sea. Looks to be slightly southerly at the moment. In fact, if anything, she's just taken a very slightly southerly turn there towards Gillingham in Kent. Hello there. Good morning, Gillingham and Kent. Everybody with their horses and Range Rovers down in Gillingham. Yeah, she's definitely turning left. She's going south, mate. Yeah. I think this might be the first departure of the day, isn't it? Airbus A220. Some bleary eyes on that plane. Mind you, once you're up, and you, hey. Oh, hello, what's that? High altitude. Mind that? Yeah. Is it? Blimey, he's fast. No, that's not a jumbo, is it? No, that's not a jumbo. It's just travelling extremely fast. Willis Wadwick. It's private. Dassault Falcon. Going 1,000,000 miles an hour. Okay. Okay, well, I'll have a look out for a Cargolux 747 inbound. Not inbound, I mean, sorry. over the top. There'll be that I got sent by Marco from Lisbon, of what appeared to be hydraulic failure of the starboard undercarriage main strut. Landed very heavily, well, not heavily, but you could see it lurched down onto the right, and when she was riding it out, you could see the engine was very, very close to the ground. Had the emergency services there and everything. That was live on AVGEEK, folks. Don't know if, I'm sure he's posted it, but emergency vehicles were there, but she managed to safely vacate the runway and get herself to gate, albeit, you know, lurched to the right. Lurcher. Sure, that will be, wow, pretty chilly up here, man, I'm telling you. What's that, mate? Oh, flipping heck wakes you up, I tell you. But when you have to stand in it permanently with it blasting down your back. Okay, where's she now? Oh, definitely she's coming southern, mate. Yeah, man, look at that. Woman like you's no good for me. Do. Sorry. That's the one that's just gone out, isn't it? Well, I should see her appear quite soon, unless they're going to put her in the hold. Is it? No, that's a 319, mate. That's a 320 that's just gone out. That's the 320 that's just gone out. Pretty sure it is. It was only it was an Incy Wincy jet. Ross Ginn, or Gin, tuning in from LA. G'day to you, Ross. Blair Hinton, altitude decreasing now. Roxy Simmons, thank you very much indeed. Jeanette McKenzie, what a perfect way to start the week, isn't it just? Big shout out to all the folks from Qantas, UK and in Australia and around the world, who are delighted to see their service returning with the 380 back at London Heathrow. Of course, as I explained earlier, Qantas have been back at Heathrow for quite some time now. And of course, I mean, they were regular here during the lockdowns and all that kind of stuff, doing repatriation flights. But this is now obviously a return of passenger services with Qantas, and it is great to see that they have brought their 380 back into service. Rachel Heath. She is just north of Gillingham now, isn't she? Definitely tracking south. Rachel Heath saying 09 left. I don't know about that. Just the way she's tracking, it looks very much like it's going to be this runway for QF1. Yeah. Safely say that our prayers have been answered by our good friends at NATS. Watch the aerodynamics drop off these wings after she touches down. Watch them straighten out. Look at that. Look at that, man. Isn't that crazy? They just sag. It's a perfect example there of the of that Dreamliner wing. This is Etihad. Is this their 10? 787-10, Boeing's big competitor towards the Airbus A350-1000. That is the expected exit for QF1, I'm hoping. Now, I've got to be honest with you, there are other airports around the world that would probably, I would imagine, put on a little bit of a water salute for these folks at Qantas for their 380. I've got to be honest with you, I think Heathrow, you know, they're a little bit stingy with that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that the fire service would probably happily engage in it, but it just seems to me that there's a little bit of sort of like, you know, I don't like to use the word laziness, but it's just like, oh, get John to do it. Oh no, I can't be bothered with that. It's like, you know, we'll do it another time or something like that. It's like, you know, need someone in the marketing team at Heathrow to be a little bit more get up and go, you know, really excited about their job and like really sort of like positive and everything, you know, rather than just, you know, I don't know. they have little bursts every now and then, don't they? Like, you know, of sort of like media hype and stuff like that. But then it just sort of like it sags a bit like them Dreamliner wings. Do a great job, of course. It's a big job looking after an airport, but those individuals, each individual serving a different job title, and you know, it just does disappoint me a little bit that they're not a little bit more interactive with their global audience. They're certainly very interactive with charging people to visit the airport, that's for sure. Can't stop there, mate. Right, that's a £5. Oh, you can't put your bag down there, mate. Right, that's a £5. Oh, you're dropping your 99-year-old granny off. Yeah, that's a £5. And for the granny and all, and her case. Do you mind if I... No, that's a £5. But I was only going over... No, that's a £5. Hello, switchboard. Yeah, is that Heathrow? Yes. Just thinking of coming to Heathrow to go... Yeah, you can come here, but it's a £5. Can you stop saying it's a £5? Roxy Simmons arriving in 9 minutes. Rachel Heath, we had the London Heathrow Fire Service welcome us on the first QF9 non-stop from Perth. There we go, you see. They do it. It's just about whether anyone can be bothered to actually plan it. And it's not a very difficult operation to sort of like to plan. It's a couple of fire trucks with probably a supervisor and a couple of ops vehicles, I'd imagine. It'd be an exciting thing to organise. I mean, as the organiser of it, you know, as the person organising it, wouldn't you have special access out there to sort of like take pictures of it? And she's arriving in she's arriving in 9 minutes, so she can't be that. She must be on visual soon, I would have thought, isn't she? Mark O'Kane tracking south of the field to join the circuit. Looking out for her, folks. We're looking out for her. It's not going to be that difficult to see. Martin Orban, Richard Mortara. It's a £5 to stop saying it's a £5. Jordan Goff, 6 out of 10 top tracked flights on flight radar are London Heathrow inbound. There we go. Farid Abed over Badger's Mount. So that's somewhere you have an exercise, isn't it? Right, everybody, quickly off to Badger's Mount. QF1 7 minutes out. Saw it take off yesterday on another stream that Jerry mentioned earlier. Aussie. Still looking. She's going to appear. We've got a Qatar triple about to touch down on the southern runway. At this time of the morning, folks, they normally utilise both runways just to sort of like free up the traffic, because as you can see, the northern runway has got aircraft. Just means that they can be on time and not delayed in the holds. Keep it all flowing nicely rather than I'm looking to my left because she will approach from the left. This looks like a Qatar 200. It kind of looks 200-ish. Oh, it's a 300, is it right? Gave me the wrong info there, Skippy. Yeah, you too, mate. Get sharing, folks. Minutes to go before she lands. And of course, very likely, I would imagine, this guy's going off to T4, you see. Very likely, I would imagine, that this aircraft will have a number of families and rallies and so on and so forth who haven't been, have missed their loved ones. That's a 200, isn't it? Sure, that's a 300. Or is it just me bleeding eyes at this time in the morning? Oh, yeah, it's a 300, sorry. Yeah. People who've been waiting for a long, long time to come and visit their loved ones here in the UK. Or maybe some Aussies just coming for a holiday in Blighty. Is she? Oh, there she is, mate. I've got her, yeah. Yeah, we've got her. G'day. Look at the roux on it, mate. It's just so beautifully, it's a big old thing on it, isn't it? It still breaks my heart when I watch those customs shows from Perth and Sydney and places where you see stock footage of Qantas 747s. Oh, what was that? It's not a UFO, it was just another plane. It's all right, NASA. You can stand down, stand down. Thank you, Nats, by the way, if this is anything to do with... It probably isn't, but it's just great that they're bringing her in on the southern. She's making a turn now. And I'd imagine that this crew probably know that they're live, or at least a few of them on it, because it's been shared amongst the throughout the Qantas socials, I believe. Easy, 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 easy. She's a long way out now. Probably difficult tracking that in. She's probably got to go about 10 miles west before she turns to vector for the southern runway. It's quite a big turn for a big aeroplane like that as well. Blimey, it's a bit of a... It's a bit like me mate, who I play golf with. Every time he sees a magpie, "Morning, Mr. Magpie, how's the wife and kids?" I keep telling him, "Richard, for God's sake, they're probably all dead, probably been hit by a car or eaten by foxes or something." And not only that, but you're supposed to do it when you for good luck. Well, you got cancer last year, mate, and you've recovered from it, but it's not exactly brought you a lot of luck, is it? So just if anything, say, "Morning, Mr. Magpie, sod off." Sod off, Mr. Magpie. You and your wife and your kids. Oh, if you see one, it's bad luck, is it? One for sorrow, two for joy, innit? Oh, Richo, you've been doing it all wrong, mate. Yeah. Morning, Mr. Magpie. How's the wife and kids? Oh, it's something you did when you were at school, innit? Every single time, and you see, when you're on the golf course, you see about 300 of them. You get fed up with it. Just stop doing it. Oh dear. Far too early in the morning to be Oh, Josephine F. Oh pandemic, you try. This is a little bit of a poem here. Oh pandemic, you tried to break and separate us. We suffered major losses, but eventually we won. A warm welcome back to QF1. Written and composed by Josephine F. More poems available on Josephine F's page or whatever. Rusty T, and the book is now available in paperback if you want to buy it from the little newsagents. Rusty T, 2 BA380s ahead of it. They're going to bring her in, or bring them in on the Southern as well. I don't know. Richard Mortora, not much holding this morning, which is nice. Larry 380 is being reactivated. Prince Computer Games, Jerry, you're in for a treat. I think there'll be 3 380s landing in close succession. All on the Southern though. Nigel Warren, 2 maybe together. Mark O'Kane, 2 BA380s ahead. Let's have a look at that and see where we're at. Yeah, the 2 BA380s are coming in on the Northern. And we're here for one and one only, folks. Qantas QF1. To Lisboa. Okay, there she is. Long range. Going to be very difficult to pick that one out, but we'll have a go. Good to get her turning on. Difficult, mate, difficult when everything else is in the coming sun. Qantas 1, clear to land, 09 right. Ah, you sod. Broke me focus. With my reputation. Where are you, mate? Wow. Passing through 4,500 feet. There she is. Trying to get a focus on her. Hold on, stand by. Difficult. We'll get it, don't worry. We'll get her. There she is. Just need to... come on, girl. There she is. serious needle in a haystack, mate. Okay. CTA GP. Right. Pre-landing checks complete. Let's get the gear down. Fully established QF1 glide slope. Yeah. Come on, big lad. She's configured. Gear down. Let's go. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Come on, mate, come on. Some bleeding lights, isn't it? So. Welcome home. Richard Tart. Welcome, Richard. Nate Ford as well. Good day, Nate. $1,000. Been gone too long. Come on in and close the door. Welcome home, Qantas. Well, welcome back, should I say. Anyway. The big lump. The big roux, isn't it? Yeah. Come on, mate. No pressure. Only got 3,500 people watching you. Stick it on 1,000 foot. Straight down on the quay, son. Easy. There she is. Step on that loud pedal. Coming up to the exit. Yeah, she's going to make that. Very early. What a sight. Wow, that's a welcome sight, isn't it? That makes you feel about like a return to normality, isn't it? Because that was a daily thing that we used to see. And now it's back. Just wonder if we're going to get it going out tomorrow night. Got to, surely, because we're going to go right up to the last departure. Neat forward. Neat dive. Stand by. Richmond Miller. Oh my God, that's perfect, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll get the big Roo going out tomorrow night, folks, for the solstice show. Just remember that tomorrow night is the midweek show. Because of summer solstice. So do I sort of like have to wear bells around my ankles and sort of like things, Jilly, to sort of like do little dances and stuff? I don't know, make a little campfire. Yes, Stonehenge. Sling a load of flipping soot on me face and all. Well, just hopefully the cockchafers will not be in force tomorrow. I did see a lone dead one the other day, which I felt a little bit sorry for him, you know. He was obviously, you know. But there you go. Might not be cockchafer season just yet. It's taking a bit of a long run, I've got to say. A big long taxi for where he's going in. I thought he'd be going in where close to where Emirates is, but then again, yeah, a little bit further down, but it's sort of like almost parallel with T5 right now. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so he's obviously going to a gate round the other side, or I'm not sure where he's going to park up. It's kind of around about there that I thought it would. You can actually see the double deck passenger bridges. Is it, folks? Yeah, we are done. I think she's going to park up around there. Okay, well, there we go. Right, folks. Wore me Aussie shirt just for today, my silly Aussie hat. So very, well, how about that, folks? Thank you to all of our friends out in Australia who tuned in. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be live, probably from this position, I would imagine, to bring you the summer solstice show live from Heathrow. We will, not sure what time we're going to go live yet, but we're going to go right the way through to the final departure, and we will get that Qantas 380 going out in daylight, because we're going to go right up till, I mean, I think about 11 o'clock is the final departure, somewhere around about then. But anyway, we go right through the darkness and see how it all goes. Thank you, folks. Really appreciate it. Listen, have a great day. Have a good start to your week. Hope it all goes well. It normally should do. Unlike us, where it's you pray for the start of the week where you turn the computer on and it goes, hello. Would you like me to work really fast today and you can access everything you need really quickly, or would you like me to go, nah, they're going to do that for a little bit. Anyway, look after yourselves, folks. Have a great day. Everything all right there, Jilly? We all good? Thank you, folks. Really appreciated your company, and thank you to everybody from Australia. Mark Chapman, us Aussies are slowly taking over the world. That wouldn't be a bad thing. If anyone was going to take over the world, mate, I've got to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind it if it was the Aussies, because they're a great bunch, I've got to say. Love you, folks. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, bye. Okay, GP, you can go for a. Let me just follow this. Let me just follow this ITA jet out, yeah, just for the sake of it.